Inside this room, all of my dreams become realities, and some of my realities become dreams.
All my life I've awaited your coming and dreaded it.
I like them French fried potatoes.
Insanity runs in my family. Practically gallops.
I always have a wonderful time wherever I am, whomever I'm with.
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
I'll tell you what, one way or the other, it is happening. It's Paul, Minnesota Sports Lifer, with us. I'm almost getting this feeling, Paul, and I don't want to jinx it too early. There's a real chance for, you just turned your microphone and your camera off, Paulie. And now, okay, you with me, bud?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yep, right.
You kicked me out.
I'm almost getting to the point where I can see a road to us winning this whole thing as far as the Timberwolves go. Things seem to be lining up for us. I thought the Lakers series was a little bit more interesting than it had to be. We took that. The Warriors thing, you lose Steph Curry, so there's a big win for us. I mean, you play the teams when they're there. How you feeling about your Wolves?
Oh, yeah. I don't, as we've talked about Minnesota sports, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. Back-to-back Western Conference Finals. You got, now it's a matter of what did you learn from last year, right? You got close. You got beat by Luka. You figured out Luka. So, now you're either going to face Denver, who you've had some success against, though that makes me nervous because they're going to counterpunch at some point if we face them. Oklahoma City is a really good deep team, and they were number one in the West for a reason. So I'm nervous about that. But it's all right in front of us. I feel like we've taken 2 series in 5 games, and we haven't played our best game at all.
Oh, no.
Right?
But that's got to, this is, okay, but Paul, because you're a sports lifer, and we got to take what we can get in Minnesota. Let's not lie. Is there a little something to be said that if Curry would have played, we probably lose that series? Because we didn't, without Curry, we should have ran him out of the gym, and we won 1 by 5, 1 by 7. Okay, the 1 by 11 I can live with. My point is, Curry's worth that if we were on the floor, but we can't, that's not our fault. Take what we get.
Right. Yep. Yeah, you play who's there, but even that, Al, the planets seem to be, knock on wood here, lining up. We don't get that kind of breaks. It's not, the Twins don't go to, Twins beat the Yankees if they call that Mauer shot down the left field line fair, right?
Yeah. You aren't wrong.
So it's hard to know what to do with it. But I guess let's just enjoy the ride. Right?
Exactly. So we've got a couple of days off because last night the Nuggies take the Thunder. So that's 3 games apiece. They've got to play another one tomorrow to see who we will play against. Will be a away game no matter what to either one. Who do you want? Jokic doesn't even get, Murray was sick yesterday. Unbelievable game by him. Murray's sick, gets all the headlines for winning that for him. Jokic, just 29-point double-double, and that doesn't even make the papers. That team is playing really well right now. I think they scare me more than the Thunder.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't like the idea of, we owned them this year, we owned them in the playoffs. At some point, that pendulum will swing, and I don't want to push our luck. I'd rather take on OKC, and roll the dice with that. I think we'll have enough defense to slow down SGA, and we've got a tall body to keep Holmgren from having any success with Rudy. We'll have to shut him down. So
I think we match up better with OKC.
I agree.
Person on person. And okay. On the other side, and this is where I find this interesting. So it's the Pacers moving on. Cavs are out. Knicks and Celtics. I was betting the Celtics are going to walk through this thing and get to the championship. What do you know? Knicks can take them out tonight. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Cats a game away from meeting us in the championship. How cool is that?
Oh, think about that. That trade could be in the finals. I mean, that would be, the storylines are, they write themselves, right? So I don't know what to do about that. Hey, let me throw this at you too while we're at it. We've got a Timberwolves franchise. Again, Minnesota Sports Lifer perspective. They've joined the league as an expansion team in 1989. Would you have bet in 1989, because we were around at the time?
Yep.
Because it could happen this year. It could happen in the next couple of weeks that the Timberwolves could win a championship faster than your Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, everything's faster. Here's the other. Let's just throw this out. Your weird things that are going on with the Ant era. the last 5 years, we've already won more games in the playoffs than the rest of Minnesota's history. It's like 18 games. Even in the Garnett era, we got to 17.
Yeah, you broke up there a little bit. What compared to the Garnett era? What?
The Ant era of finals being in the playoffs, we've already won more games in that era with Ant than the entire rest of the Minnesota Timberwolves lifetime.
Absolutely. And believe it or not, Chris Finch in just a handful of years has already passed. Flip Saunders is the best coaching player in the franchise history with this run. So it is. He's bypassing Kevin Garnett's legacy, at least in the postseason. So
we got a real connection problem with you, Paulie. I'm going to go to break real quick. We'll come back. We got some Twins to talk about. I know you want to talk about them and some Minnesota Viking action when it's all coming up.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul. But who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something different. Put out the perfect barbecue flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. Add it to your ribs, dip the meatballs, or drench your wings in the original flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. It isn't too hot or spicy, fruity or smoky or whatever. Grandpa's Barbecue. Available in select stores and online at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
What's up, Paulie?
Yeah, I bailed on the internet connection. I'm on the phone now.
Appreciate that.
It's working better. I don't know what's going on. So
much better. You bet. We're good. 30 seconds.
Right.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
Talk a little bit of Major League Baseball with my buddy Paul, Minnesota sports lifer. I know we instinctively hate this human because of his jersey, but the question they're posing today is, can Aaron Judge continue to do what he's doing. Batting .412, on pace to hit 60 home runs for the year. Freakishly, this might be the best baseball player you and I have ever seen live, right?
Yeah, if he keeps that up, I mean, you know.
I know we hate him. He's a Yankee. But if you put any other uniform on him, he'd just be the best baseball player we know.
Yeah, no, he's doing it all. You know, it is pretty amazing. Nobody hits 400. I mean, Ed Williams, that doesn't happen for the whole season. So there's a lot, we're only a quarter of the way through the year though. So, or a third of the way through the year. So there's a lot of baseball to be played, injuries to happen or, slumps. I mean,
but this is his best start so far in a quarter of the way. This is his best start. So I just bring it up. Then the other news of the day, which I presume you probably didn't sleep well the other night when Major League Baseball announced Pete Rose was back in baseball. Shoeless Joe can get in. Everybody's in the hall. Just keep bringing him in. Bring the U-Haul in. And what are your thoughts?
Yeah, he's not in the hall. He's eligible, and it's going to be years. But yeah, the ban went away.
Well, his numbers, he gets in, right? I mean, you can't keep him out if he's eligible. His numbers are too good.
Yeah, but it still comes down to the writers, and if they're going to hold a grudge on the gambling, that's one thing. Also, I don't like the idea of lumping in Shoeless Joe Jackson with Pete Rose. Shoeless Joe Jackson, there was no evidence that he threw anything. He batted great at World Series, and he denied it to his dying day. So there was no evidence that he gambled. Pete Rose, everybody knows he gambled on the teams he was managing. So that's a whole different thing. So I think it's too bad. But all the sports are in bed with all the gambling sites now, so they don't have much to stand on anymore because FanDuel and MGM are all sponsoring the league. So now we don't care.
It was a FanDuel channel or something we were on there. I mean, you're absolutely correct. Baseball has no place to stand on if they're going to make that kind of money on other people betting. Well, we just don't like our players. But okay, now it's out the window, right? If they let Pete Rose back, you basically said in baseball, it doesn't matter what you guys do, right?
Well,
any current player.
Well, yeah. Now the line is moving. So what do you do with that line? Do we care about the steroid era? There's a lot of guys, who haven't made the hall because of the steroid, stuff. Do we care?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do. I don't.
Fear.
But
let me throw that back. Let me throw that edge as well. That's kind of the thing about Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Judd. He doesn't have any allegation whatsoever that he's doing any of that stuff. He's just a big athletic human being, right?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of this. He's 60 home runs. I hope so. That wipes the cheater pumpkin eaters off the map.
Oh,
and it's so another reason I really actually am hoping for him, because then we don't have to have that. They're not the home run leader and they're not this. It's a guy who so far no one's even hinted that he's anything but a gorilla of a human being.
Yeah.
I mean, he's huge.
That's fair. And he could make you forget all about McGuire and Sosa. Yeah.
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 So that's kind of my fingers crossed. Now, on the other side, let's get to the Minnesota part of this thing, because Minnesota Sports Lifer will agree with me on this.
Oh, okay.
If you win 11 in a row and you're still fourth in the Central, just give it up. It isn't going to happen. There's nothing else you can do. OMG. 11 games, still 5 games out behind Detroit. We can't ask more out of this squad.
No, yeah. No, history is a funny little teacher, So
all right.
Go back a few years. The Twins in, was it 06? Same thing. They had this big long winning streak, couldn't catch up to Detroit, but finally did toward the end of the year and won a game 163 against Cabrera and the Tigers and got in. So it's a long season. So I'm encouraged. I love that our Chris Paddock should be pitcher of the week. Perfect game through 6 and then a shutout through 7+ or whatever it was yesterday. Let's go. He's our 4th starter, really.
Yeah.
Right. So I love this. Twins haven't lost since I last talked to you. So let's go.
I messed something up though, Paul. I will take complete onus on this. Yesterday, talking to Spinney and Fetty Boss, the hard-headed sports guys, I mentioned as long as Buxton can stay healthy, he's leading every category. As long as he doesn't run into, I said as long as he doesn't run into a wall, we're going to be fine. And he ran into.
Thanks, Al.
I take the blame.
You should take the blame. Why we can't have nice things. It's you. Look what did you do to me, Al?
Now, Paul, you and I played a little baseball in 5th and 6th grade. they have kind of rules in baseball. If it's the outfielder's ball, get out of the way. I find it so hard to believe, other than it's Buxton, who will actually run through a wall. He doesn't care. Get out of the way, Correa. Correa should not have been there. Shouldn't have been in the way.
That's the center fielder's ball. Absolutely. It's so much easier to come in on a ball than to go out. But Correa didn't want it to drop, and it was hit right between them. I get it, but hopefully it's just a minor deal, but it's concussion, and we know from Morneau's history what that can become. I hope it's quick. So.
And I do apologize to all Twins fans. I just brought it up. As long as he stays healthy, we're going to be in great thud. Okay. So let's talk Brewers then. They're the next on the schedule.
Yeah.
Your thoughts? They're not as bad as the Orioles. I say the Orioles got a great team. They just can't play baseball right now. No clue why. But you take advantage. What do you think about the Brewers, who, again, not a bad team?
We lucked out. The Baltimore's good. They made the playoffs last year. They're going to come around. They've got too many good players. It's a matter of when you play them, right? And we happen to catch them at the right time. We won 6 straight against Baltimore. That doesn't happen. So they'll figure it out. The Brewers. It's always fun if you haven't yet, Al, or to the listeners. I mean, go to Milwaukee. Go to a game. You'll be among so many Twins fans who make that trip. It's just a beautiful drive. It's a beautiful stadium. It's a great experience. You're not alone. Nice. It's awesome. And so the border battles, and the same thing back here. Lots of Brewer fans, relocated Wisconsinites coming over to watch their Brewers here. So it's a great rivalry, and it should be fun. Brewers are actually my second favorite team in the American League. I do like the history. I love the Bob Uecker side of it. So excited for that border battle. It's going to be fun.
What are you calling, 2 out of 3? That ain't bad.
I think we're going to take 2 out of 3. Yeah, we can't keep this winning streak going, I'm sure, because you probably talked our guy into a concussion. So let's go 2 out of 3.
And let me just throw the next one at you, because we need Cleveland. What's funny is we're like an up 28 scores for and against, and they're down 14. They're ahead of us. We take them on it before I get you back on here. Can we gain some ground on Cleveland? Are they good enough, or are they all just smoke and mirrors right now?
Oh, yeah, I think we can. It's time. I mean, I hopefully this streak has given the Twins the confidence that they can play with anybody and beat anybody. The Giants they swept that's a very good team. So hopefully we've got the confidence to go do it. 2 out of 3 against Milwaukee, 2 out of 3 against Cleveland. We inch our way up to Central. Right now, the entire AL Central will make the playoffs if you were to end the season right now. So this could happen.
That is amazing. All right. One last, what do you think, comment. Minnesota Vikings schedule comes out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. Somebody loves us. We're on Monday Night Football. We're on Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. Oh, good God, let's go to Dublin and let's go to London, too. That's a little respect, is it? Or is it really actually put a team in a bad spot?
No, it's a lot of good exposure. I think the Vikings right now are a pretty solid brand. We've been making the playoffs, making some runs. We've got the young quarterback will be a storyline. He's one of the best receivers in football. So I think there's a lot of people interested in seeing just how much they can keep this going. I'm excited. Some 8:30 in the morning kickoffs. Let's go.
No. See, this is okay. You know how early I gotta get up to get the ribs done by 8:30 in the morning? Do you know how early that has to? You've got to get up pretty darn early in the morning.
You don't have to have ribs. Change it up, Al. Do something else. Make a burger. You could just do that in 30 minutes.
Who are you? Who are you? Mr. Change it up a little bit. He's been following these Twins forever. Here's the other problem, and I'm going to be honest because they made fun of me in the last night. Why? I don't care if people in Dublin ever become fans of football. We're not going to have a team there because they're never going to make them fly across the pond every other week for their home and away games. So it's just this worthless, hey, maybe we can make a few more dollars, sell some shirts over there. And Al's got to get up at 8:30. Now, I know it ain't about Al, but it ain't about football.
Al, breaking news. It's not about you, Al. It's not. It's about selling the jerseys and the fact that there's a lot of Viking fans we played in London a lot, and they've created a bit of a following. There's a lot of people on the island that like the Vikings. So to have 2 games back to back in Dublin and in London, they're going to love it. And the NFL loves to expand their brand.
Let's do this then. Because got to put Al out at 8:30. What if we put that game back 4 more hours? That means it's the midnight football in Dublin. People love that crap. Move it back 4 hours. Let them stay up a little later on a Good Friday night, which would be Saturday morning. I don't know what it is. Their time changes. Good. Then I got a noon game.
Here's another thing. You are a hot media personality talking football all the time. Petition the Vikings to have them send you to London, report a remote on the field, from London. And, you got to get up early like you do because you're going to have to do interviews early.
I like the way you think. Can I bring Minnesota Sports Lifer along with me? I think that'd be a great combo. You and I, London and Dublin, having a few beers.
I would do that. I would join.
Yeah. I'll see if I can make that work. Minnesota Sports Lifer, we're out of time.